Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Baylor Bears offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look safe. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
And the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Let's talk for a second about Baylor. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care.
The Cougars offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage in the matchup, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until their zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. Two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
He's got it. Really putting together a threat. Get the first, it's at the 37. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Davidson. Completes it along the sideline, but that'll be for no gain.
Great job on the defense winning those early downs. Now you get into the predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun with the ball.
Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack. Getting the quarterback down at the 44. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Split-backs here. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB. Find the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he'll put it inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before a big pickup at the first down. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Got it in the middle. It's Chester. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking for a man. It's Davidson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's landing. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They they're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They're going to ride this running back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air, it's Davidson. Under fire. That's it high. Tough spot in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
This defense has owned the first half, and they've given up some yards on this drive. Big third down coming. You built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Smith. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
If we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Here's a hit. They get to penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. It'll be a draw. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And I know it's not first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense had.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Fine play action. He'll throw it quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the top.
I like the idea by the quarterback that you're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Tight end. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To throw, it's Davidson. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just dribbled through his fingers. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. they've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down. Breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got hit looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Baylor! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Davidson. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Firing to the right, complete. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bears will kick it off to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. It's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. He just has to make that catch. Houston will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Bears will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle, and he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Davidson. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Can't get him to the ground. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lost to throw again. Quickly complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
The explosive play by this offense, man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to watch.
Touchdown! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Really putting together a right now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. He puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Bears line up to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Pulled and fired complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Davidson. Pocket breaking down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but
fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give out of the gun. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll try the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars are on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stall on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down. Here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Grab behind the line. It's landing. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion. They lost yardage. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Shakes off the defender. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Here we go. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They needed less than a yard. Didn't hesitate. Didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long.